Okay, the time is approximately 6 p.m. on the October 27, 2022 Farragut Board of Mayor and Aldermen will now come to order. All the Farragut Board of Mayor and Aldermen meetings are public notice per Tennessee state law. Our meetings can be seen live on Charter Channel 193, TDS Channel 3, as well as on the Farragut YouTube channel and our website. It will also be recorded and can be viewed later on Town of Farragut YouTube channel as well as Charter Channel 193, TDS Channel 3. Concerning the regular posted agenda, if you're interested in speaking, we ask that you fill out a blue card with your name and address and agenda number on it and turn it into the town recorder prior to the start of the meeting. The mayor, or in his absence, the vice mayor, shall maintain and control the meeting to provide a professional and objective environment, so please read the posted comment protocol and understand that there will be a 5-minute limit for each speaker, and please stay on topic. At the end of tonight's business meeting, there will be some time reserved for other public comment under citizens' comment agenda, and the same rules apply. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. We'll start out with a silent prayer, which will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to our country's flag by our scout troop.
Note, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
I got it ready.
Okay, I'll now ask the town recorder to please take an attendance roll call for a quorum.
Alderman Burnett is absent. Alderman Meyer.
Here.
Alderman Pavlin.
Here.
Alderman White.
Here.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams here. Thank you, Allison. Okay, next will be approval agenda. Any agenda amendments?
No, sir.
None?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, with a motion and a second, I'll ask all in favor of approval say so by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let the record show that the October 27th, 2022 agenda has been approved as printed. Next will be approval of the minutes. Any amendments to the
No, sir.
minutes? None? Then,
Move to approve.
Second.
okay. All in favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Let the record show that the October 13th, 2022 minutes have been approved and will be recorded as official minutes of that meeting. Okay, next we will have, I don't have anything to report. I'll turn it over to the vice mayor.
I have just a small thing. 43 years ago yesterday, October 26th, Ralph McGill filed the paperwork with the Election Commission for a referendum to incorporate the town of Farragut. I'm going to read from the inside sleeve of our book. I think this is very important for us to remember where we came from. I think in our town, we've grown so much and we have so much that we don't remember that we came from very little. A small group of people of the area were disappointed with the way Knox County was developing the West Knox area. Little oversight over the developments was common. Citizens protesting some of the tactics were summarily dismissed by Knox County government. Dissatisfied citizens dared to consider the notion of incorporating the area. They began to gather steam and support, but still could not push the button. On October 6, 1979, at a pivotal meeting on a Sunday afternoon, the 7 founders mustered the fortitude and dedication to push the button. The campaign to incorporate the town of Farragut was on. October 26, 1979, in only 20 days, all the work necessary to raise money for a referendum, put together all the paperwork, and define the borders of the town to be was completed, and the petition for a referendum and all the documentation were filed with the Knox County Election Commission. The group was asking for a December referendum. The referendum, January 15th, 1980, referendum was held at Farragut High School. The referendum result was overwhelmingly approximately 3-1 in favor of incorporation. On January 16th, 1980, the papers were submitted to the state of Tennessee, and the town of Farragut was certified. I think it's very important for us to remember why we were founded and the hard work that it took to get us where we are today, which is an incredible community with parks and recreation and sidewalks and trails and well-kept roads, and we are without debt, we don't have a property tax, and we just live in a great community, and that needs to be celebrated as much as we can. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well said. Anything else from any of the other aldermen?
No, sir.
None? Okay. Okay, we have a busy business agenda tonight with 7 items to review and consider. We'll start off with approval of supplement requests from Vaughn and Melton Consulting Engineers for additional acquisition services for Union Road improvements.
Good evening. A few months back, is this on? A few months back, you approved a contract with Vaughn and Melton Consulting Engineers for acquisition services for our Union Road project. Excuse me. Union Road project, you'll recall, is reconstruction of Union Road from Hobbs Road to Everett Road. The acquisition services, they started immediately. They have completed the title work, and they're getting into appraisals right now. They've asked us to provide staking for the appraisers. It's almost always done on roadway projects. Turns out that was not included in the scope of services for the designers, and it wasn't included in Vaughn and Melton's scope of services. So I've asked them to provide this supplement request to stake out all of the right-of-way and the project limits. It has a not-to-exceed fee of $23,400, and staff recommends approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay. Any resident comments?
No, sir.
None tonight? Okay.
I do, I have one.
Whoa.
Darrell, I just wanted to ask you, in your presentation to us, it does say not to exceed 23,400, but in their letter, it says not to exceed without consent. So what does that mean? They want to come back for a variance?
They
if
would want to
necessary?
come back and request additional funding.
Well, everybody has a right to do that, but you either have a fixed price or you don't. Your letter kind of indicates it's fixed.
Well, they will be billing it on an hourly basis. If it starts looking like they're going to have to exceed that $23,400 limit, then they'll come back to us and let us know and provide reason why.
Well, I understand that.
Right.
I was in business for many years, but
Sure.
You're asking us to say yes to $23,400 and it not to exceed that. That's what you're asking us to vote on. But their letter is not saying that to you.
I guess what I'm getting, Darrell, though, is that it says mutual consent. So I think tonight, you correct me if I'm wrong, David, but I believe we're agreeing to a threshold of $23,400 right now. If for whatever reason the developer has to go above that, they have to come back and ask for that to be approved, right? And then we have
That's
to agree
correct.
to that, yes or no. And so, I guess my question would be, they won't incur any expenses above the $23,400. Anything above that without coming to us first, right?
That's
So
correct.
we could still deny it at that time, I think. Is that your understanding?
That's my understanding, yes.
Okay.
Anything else, Alderman White?
Well, we're not actually voting for how it is. I mean, if you're voting for $23,400, not to exceed that amount, then that's what we're voting for. So we got no choice if they come back and ask for a variance to say no, because you're not supposed to exceed that number. That's common sense.
Well, typically
It needs to be,
in our situation, We deal with a variety of different people, contract-wise, and we set a limit that they can run up to if needed, particularly when it's on an hourly basis. And when it does, if it does, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but if it does run up to that point, then they're supposed to stop and then come back to Darrell and tell them, look, we're 99.9% finished, or we're 80% finished, or whatever it is. And then they present their case, and then it comes back to us to be reviewed. So
I understand that. I've been in this business for 35 years. I know how all this works. That's not what it says, is all I'm saying. We're voting on something that doesn't say what their letter says. It's pure and simple. It's whether you want to vote on it and it be open-ended, or whether you want to vote on what Darrell's asked for, $23,400 with a not to exceed. I mean, that means you can't go past that. And that's
Except
what
by
we're voting
mutual
for.
consent. The letter says except by mutual consent.
That's right.
So that means don't exceed it. If you're going to exceed it and we don't consent to further costs, we're not going to pay further costs, and then the project ends there.
Correct. For professional services, especially on something like a road project, there are oftentimes unforeseen problems that come up
I know
in
there
design,
are.
in staking, whatever.
And you have change orders, and you have variances, and you have
Right.
all kinds of ways to fix it.
Right.
But it should be fixed in the beginning. I'm
Well-
just saying, you should say the same thing they're saying, and all of us know that.
I thought
Because
I
I'm
did.
not voting for $23,400 and not to exceed that amount when their letter is not telling me they're gonna do that.
Alderman White, that's your prerogative, okay?
That's exactly right.
And at this point, I will ask if you're finished with your presentation.
I'm finished.
Okay, I'll ask Alderman Meyer for his.
I'm comfortable with what you've written, Darrell. The way I read it is that we're approving an amount up to $23,400, and if the developer needs to go above that for whatever reason, the developer will come back to us for additional monies, and at that time, we have the prerogative to say no. So therefore, I am comfortable, and will vote yes.
Oh, thank you, sir. Vice Mayor?
I have nothing.
I have nothing as well. That discussion closed, and since I am asking for a supplement to a contract, I'll ask the town recorder to take a roll call vote, please.
Do we have any public comment first?
Asked already.
No. Sorry.
It's okay.
Alderman Meyer.
Yes.
Alderman Pavlin.
Yes.
Alderman White.
No.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, yes. Okay, thank you, Allison. Let the record show that supplement been approved with a 3-1 vote. Okay, next will be approval of Resolution R 2022-17, establishing a post-retirement benefits plan and investment trust for the purpose of pre-funding other post-employment benefits as provided in Tennessee Code Annotated Title 8, Chapter 50, Part 12.
That's a lot of words,
Michelle.
huh? This resolution is all encumbersome, so it's going to establish the plan and the funding source. So just as a reminder, in this budget period, we approved the funding and implementation for post-retirement health benefits for people who met the criteria of ages 60 to 65 with over 20 years of service with the town. They could retire early, and we would cover their health benefits at the same rate we cover our current employees. So right now, it's 92% we pay, they pay 8, up until they're eligible for Medicare. So Exhibit A in the resolution actually lays out the plan benefits, the parameters, the restrictions. Once again, it goes over what it takes to qualify. If they waive coverage, they can't pick it up later. So if they take the early retirement, if they waive health coverage, then they cannot pick it up. And then, of course, there's reasons there for termination. Exhibit B actually establishes and maintains the trust, which is where we will hold the funds to supply these benefits to the employees. With that trust, it sets up a trustee plan. That trustee plan is 3 of us. That's the Human Resource Director, the Finance Director, and the Town Administrator. And then Exhibit C is the actual investment policy. This basically establishes the investment committee, who is the same people that were on the trustee committee. And the town administrator serves as the chairman there. And basically, the funding policy states that the purpose is that our total return covers all of the costs greater than or equal to what our investment is. So, there is a fixed fee that comes with the contract with USI. First year is $5,000 flat fee. The second year is a $5,000 flat fee. The third year is $5,150 flat fee for a total contract of $15,150. Just a side note, I did have the agreements looked at by Tom Hale, our town attorney, who isn't here this evening, but he has looked at them and approved them. So the town recommends that we would approve the resolution to establish our post-retirement benefit plan and the trust to fund it.
I move to approve Resolution R-2002-17, establishing a post-retirement benefits plan and investment trust for the purpose of pre-funding for other post-employment benefits as provided in Tennessee Code Annotated Title 8, Chapter 50, Part 12.
Second.
Any rest of comments? Okay. Alderman Meyer, since you so eloquently
Just
stated
read it from
that,
the script.
I'll let you start off with any discussion.
The only question I have is, and I guess this might be for either you, Michelle, or for David. So UI or USI will be the ones who will be determining what funds the dollars are placed into, or is that a decision that's made with both USI and you all as trustees?
So their accountability is only to advise us. So they
Okay.
will advise us where to put it, and then as a chairman and the committee, we will decide where to put the funding.
Okay. Okay. And do we have is this the first time we've ever had a fund like this, or is this?
We have another one for our pension fund.
Okay.
And so this is
Okay.
very similar in makeup
Sounds
to that.
familiar. Okay,
Correct.
perfect. Awesome. Thank you. No other questions, sir.
Okay, thank you, Alderman Meyer. Alderman White? No questions?
No, sir.
No discussion. Vice Mayor?
I have nothing.
I do not have anything as well. Discussion complete. I'll ask all in favor, please vote by saying yes.
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 Just let the record show it's been approved unanimously. Next will be approval of the Veterans Salute road race. I guess I should have said 5K, 10K road race.
All kinds of road races.
Good evening, everyone. It is almost November. The weather's cooling off, so it's time for a bunch of 5K races. This is an approval of the Veteran Salute 5K, 10K road race for November 12th, 2022. This will be the first Veteran Salute race was held in 2019. Part of the proceeds from the run each year benefit the United Veterans Council of East Tennessee in support of Wreaths Across America. There's a 10K, a 1 mile fun run, and a 5K. So people, and the events are timed enough so people can actually do both races. So they can do the 5K and the 10K at the same time. It is Saturday, November 12th. The start and finish areas are, and where the athletes, where the runners are going to kind of relax before and after the race, is located in the Farragut Community Center. The event will include one temporary lane closure along Jamestown, Kingston Pike, and Campbell Station, and streets through Village Green subdivision. A map of all the courses has been given to you, is enclosed in the packet. With the exception of the fun run, the other two races are a loop, and once runners have passed an area, an intersection, that road will be reopened. The lane closure on Kingston Pike is a very short distance. It's from Rustfield to Boring Road, right there on the 10K route, so it's not very far. The lane closure on Campbell Station Road is from Old Colony Parkway to Jamestown Boulevard. We hope to encourage the local community to gather at Founders Park and cheer on the runners. Fleet Feet sets up this wonderful Veteran Salute corridor. It has pictures of our veterans on it to honor them, so that last mile, the runners, they get to run by these amazing signs. The restrooms and water stations will be provided, and Knox County Sheriff's Department provides all the traffic control along the course. And I do have Cheryl here from Fleet Feet tonight if you have questions about the actual race.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have a motion already?
Not yet.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm so confused.
I'm-
Move to approve.
I'll second it.
Anybody signed up? No, okay. We'll start out with, again, Alderman Meyer. Alderman White?
Pass.
Vice Mayor?
Pass.
I have nothing. Discussion completed. I'll ask all who are in favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Let the record show it's been approved. You still up here? Okay. Approval of the Hot to Trot 5K, 10K fun run. This will be for November 24th, 2022.
So like I said, it's 5K, 10K season, so this is the Hot to Trot 5K, 10K, and Fun Run again. Our friends at Fleet Feet put this on every year on Thanksgiving morning for us. This item involves a request for approval of a special event application related to the Hot to Trot and Fun Run along portions of Parkside Drive on Thanksgiving morning, which is November 24th, 2022 this year. The annual Hot to Trot is sponsored by Fleet Feet, Knoxville's running club. The proceeds from the event help raise money for a Hand Up for Women and a food drive for the Shepherd of Hope Food Pantry. The races start and end near the Fleet Feet store in the Parkside Station Shopping Center west of Lakes Edge Drive. Maps are included in your packet of the race. Each event will feature a loop. There are 2 loops for the 10K runners, so they get to run it once and come back and do it again. All that occurs along Parkside Drive. There'll be short-term road lane closures within the affected portions of Parkside Drive. Setup time for the race is 6:30 in the morning, and everything is cleaned up, and everything is reopened and ready to go by 10 a.m. As in previous years, the organizers of the event have been working with the affected entities to make them aware of this ahead of time. Event organizers have been careful to minimize any impact to vehicular traffic and access. The Parkside Station Shopping Center is used for all staging, including the portable restrooms for the event. Parking, most of the parking is in adjoining properties along Parkside Drive, including JCPenney, and if necessary, the primary school lot can be used on the west side of North Campbell Station Road. The event is anticipated to have as many as 1,500 participants. Traffic control for the parking areas and along the route will be addressed with Knox County and City of Knoxville police staff. EMS personnel from Rural Metro are always on hand, and Fleet Feet volunteers provide all the cleanup for the event. So this is a motion to approve the Hot to Trot 5K, 10K Fun Run road closures on Parkside Drive on November 24th, 2022 from 6:30 to 10 a.m. And I've got Cheryl if you have questions for her.
Second.
Okay, we have any residents?
No, sir.
Okay, nothing. Okay, Alderman Meyer?
Pass.
Okay, Alderman White?
Pass.
Vice Mayor?
I'll just say one quick thing. I love this race. I wish I could run it these days, but I can't. Except when you get out there, you start to realize that's a steady upgrade hill all the way to like Walmart. And you're thinking, where was this hill? I don't remember
Yeah,
this
you don't
hill
notice it when you're
until
driving
you start running it.
on Thanksgiving morning.
It's a wonderful race. I'm glad that they continue to bring it. I think it's become a Thanksgiving must-do for our community, and I love the energy of that race.
Yeah, Cheryl and Shaheen, they did a great job.
Yes, they
Appreciate
do.
it.
Okay. Discussion complete. I'll now ask all in favor vote for the motion by saying yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let the record show that the race has been approved. Thank you, Karen. Next will be approval of the Farragut Tourism Visitor Advisory Committee, TVAC appointment.
Yes, sir. There is one position available for the attraction representative, and Mark Grenier has applied for that and is qualified for that position. So the motion is to appoint Mark Grenier to the Farragut Tourism Visitor Advisory Committee.
So moved.
Second.
Resident comments?
No, sir.
None. Okay, discussion. Start with Alderman Meyer again.
Pass.
Okay, Alderman White? Vice Mayor?
Pass.
I have nothing. Discussion complete. I'll ask all in favor of appointment, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes, let the record show. Appointment has been approved as requested. Next will be approval of the interlocal agreement between the town of Farragut and Knox County and the city of Knoxville, a joint economic and community development board of Knox County, excuse me. That'd be the JECDB.
Mayor, thank you. The town and the county entered into an agreement in April of 2001 to create a comprehensive growth plan that was required by the state of Tennessee. And part of that agreement was to also put in place this joint economic community development board. At the time, the county and the city and the town all agreed to let the Development Corporation of Knox County be that entity that would do that, along with other things that the TDC was doing at the time. But in this past year, Knox County and the city of Knoxville wanted to restructure that group. There was many reasons for that. It was included in your packet, but basically this will now, this new fourth amended and restated agreement will allow for a separate joint economic community development board that would be part of the state statute and be fulfill the state statute, excuse me. It will set up a board of directors with 7 directors, one of whom would be the mayor of the town of Farragut. And a copy of the interlocal agreement and restated charter are both in your packet as well. And we would make a motion to approve both the interlocal agreement with the city of Knoxville, Knox County, the town of Farragut, and the Joint Economic Community Development Board. And I'll just make one note that both Knox County and the city of Knoxville have both authorized this as well.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any residents speak on this one?
No, sir.
None? Okay, discussion, we'll start out again with Alderman Mayor,
Pass.
Alderman White,
Pass.
Vice Mayor.
I'll just say a few things. This is about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we had the growth policy plan came before us for amendments, and that's what this is regarding. Part of that law, like I think it was passed in 99, 98, 99?
99.
Required that a joint economic and community development group be assembled, and I know that they meet under the TDC. Have you guys have been meeting through the transition?
We have been, and as the lawyers go through everything it takes to transfer real estate from one entity to another, so it's been quite a journey.
Well, my prayer is with this being separated out and kind of standing on its own, and they're adding new board members to this, the superintendent of Knox County Schools. I think the chairman of Knox County Commission was always on it, right?
Yes.
But you're going to have two residents from Knox County for 4-year terms. That this now becomes more of an opportunity for us to collaborate. There's a lot of things going on in Farragut that are certainly benefit Knox County. Certainly, we've benefited Knox County for some time now, but with this group together, I hope that we can start to see some more collaboration about, especially with Advanced Knox coming along. These are opportunities to start looking at our county more holistically. So I'm encouraged by this.
Well, if you've not went online and actually filled out the questionnaire for Advanced Knox, I do highly recommend you do that. It's a chance to put your opinion in. They all will be reviewed. They're being reviewed now. So, but anyway, with the town of Farragut's desire to confirm that the JECDB will continue to be designated as a operate pursuant to the JECDB statute, I will ask the town recorder for a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Meyer.
Yes.
Alderman Pavlin.
Yes.
Alderman White.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, yes. Let the record show that the interlocal agreement has been approved by a unanimous vote by the full board. Okay, approved of bids for contract 2023-07, fall tree planting.
Hello. This is, again, consideration of bids for award of contract 2023-07. This is our fall tree planting. This project includes our planted trees plus additional trees that we have chosen to plant in 6 parks and public places within the town of Farragut. This year, in the past, this hasn't come to the board because we've stayed under $10,000 with plant a tree only. Because we've added a number of areas to receive plantings, it is above $10,000, so it's coming to the board for approval. Once it is approved by the board, the awarded landscape firm will order the trees and plant when it's appropriate. We do have in the contract that it has to be planted by December 31st of this year, or they will offer us a 1-year warranty on all plantings. The quotes were separated into two sections with pricing requested for Section A and Section A and B separately. And the Section A is the plant-a-tree donations, and then the additional border for shrubs along Field 1 at Mayor Bob Leonard Park. We have an empty space that is allowing access of children to run into the road or balls to go into the road. So we are going to close that space with shrubs and small trees. And then Section B also includes additional shade at Farragut Town Hall Park and Anchor Park. Staff recommends moving forward with both the Sections A and B. At the total price is within the project budget. The bid from Landscape Design Works was the lowest at $12,620.90. Their references supported excellent quality work, and they stated they're able to provide the complete planting project at the low bid because they purchase directly from farms. So we, staff are requesting that the board award Landscape Design Works with the contract. And we wanted to make sure that we were able to tell you that it's imperative that these trees get planted because they're donations from citizens that live in the town. Our Plant-a-Tree program includes planting trees in honor of someone or in memory of someone. And we have several of those this year. And because of that, it's imperative that we get this done this year.
I move for approval of bids and award of contract 2023-07 to Landscape Design Works for their low bid of $12,630.90.
Second.
Okay. Any residents? Okay, none. Okay, Alderman Meyer, any questions?
Pass.
Alderman White, any questions?
Pass.
Vice Mayor?
Pass.
I don't have any, but I hope that they can get trees since McMinnville is burning to the ground down there where all the tree farms are at for the state of Tennessee. But, okay, let's, all in favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Okay, let the record show that the bids have been approved as requested. Okay, next will be the town administrator's report.
Mayor, we've got two really big events going on this weekend in the town. One is our Freaky Friday event tomorrow night at Mayor Bob Leonard Park. There should be thousands of kids, it feels like, out there walking around getting some great candy, and I know some aldermen dressed up in all sorts of different Halloween costumes.
Yes, except part of it is now at Sewanee University. Don't even ask me why. I don't know how my daughter ended up with part of it off, but we'll figure it out tomorrow.
So we should have a great event tomorrow night, and really looking forward to seeing everyone out there. Also on Sunday is Harvest Fest. That's a Farragut Business Alliance event at Village Green Shopping Center from 3 to 7. I know Steve's here if anybody's got any specific questions, but looking forward to, again, having an event that day as well. So hope everybody can come out and have a great weekend. And that's all I have to report.
Okay, thank you. And for the grandparents that are bringing kids in costumes, I'll be judging, so bring them all out. Looking forward to it. Okay, Tom's not here, so any citizen?
No, sir.
No citizen comments. Okay, well then, time is approximately 6:34. And without objection, the October 27th, 2022 Farragut Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting is now adjourned.
That's exactly right.
Loud.
Let's make sure we all pay attention.
Is this what you
Have a good night.
Too bad.